Hi, Scorpio. Welcome. My name is Tiffany, and this is the Feminine Inquisition, and we're doing a reading for the blue moon, the full moon, the second full moon in Sagittarius in the month of May. It's on May 31st. This is a message for Scorpio Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, or any Scorpio placements and other people that you want to check up on. It will not resonate for everyone, but if it does, please be sure to let me know. That would be cool with a thumbs up, share, or comment. Let me know how you do. So, let's just get on into it. We're gonna start with the Egyptian Tarot, and then use some other decks, ask a few questions, learn what it is that you might be manifesting, as this is a portal. This is a very fortuitous chance to manifest something, but also it offers completion, so you're able to release whatever it is that you maybe have holding on to. This is a full moon, so it completes that which you started in December. The first week of December was the new moon in Sagittarius. All right, so let's get into it. Show me, please, for Scorpio. Two more shuffles. For Scorpio, May 31st, 2026. Let's go. 6 cards. The 10 of Cups, the 4 of Wands, the 3 of Swords. Ouch! The 5 of Wands, complication. Ace of Cups, the King of Cups. Okay. Justice is at the bottom of the deck. So we're talking about something that has to do with fairness. Let there be light. 10 of Cups, 4 of Wands, 3 of Swords. That's an ouchie in a relationship. Some relationship, something that shares a home together. Okay, so it could be you and your cat, if that's what you wanna do. 5 of Wands, Ace of Cups, King of Cups. So a conflict that is an opportunity to see things from a higher perspective. And when I say higher, I mean one that is full of love. There could be an immense amount of forgiveness and renewal energy that's available here. And that is for all of you, but I think to varying degrees. So some of you are married, and this is your spouse. This is your everything. And there's a pretty big split that happened, a pretty big moment of disappointment, pretty bad words that were said. But I don't think that they were meant. I think that someone was dealing with a lot of pressure and internal conflict, and maybe having to reconcile their emotional reactions, their lack of emotional maturity. I'll see more, we'll get into it, what that looks like, but it could be just stemming from a fear of separation, right? We started with the 10 of Cups, and that's really important as a first card, to then be followed by the 4 of Wands. This is the love that one feels in the relationship, no matter how intimate or large, meaning how many people are in the scope of that relationship may be. So let's go. Let's learn the pain. Let's learn the 3 of Swords, okay? What is this 3 of Swords? I'll take 3 cards, please. 2 of Swords. It was a choice that had to do with the Hierophant and another ace, an Ace of Pentacles. So the Hierophant, can you see? Yeah. The Hierophant, the Ace of Wands, the bottom of the deck. Wow. That is 1, 2, 3 aces are on the table. So I think that this disappointment, this sadness has to do with the choice that was made that did not align with the value system. Now, that could have been someone made a choice that didn't include you, that didn't take into consideration your feelings. didn't hold you in the highest regard, thought the worst of you, subterfuge, kept information secret from you, because this is the moon in Libra, thinking that they were saving your feelings, right? You know how that can be. Sometimes someone doesn't say something because they don't want to hurt you, but then that's the worst thing you can do for a Scorpio. Now, I'm not sure who is who here, right? I highly doubt that you're showing up as the Hierophant, but at the same time, you are a fixed sign. So could be. I'd have to get into it more. And I just want to bring your attention to the fact that the Three of Swords is clarified by the Two of Swords and the Ace of Pentacles. So the choice was made, but not based on the Ace of Swords. There's no clarity there. There was just the material. The Ace of Cups is here after the conflict, and the Ace of Wands is here. So there's a big burst of energy that made this choice, but no clarity. Okay, so we'll leave those on the table and we'll just keep going. And maybe this is, let's say the choice wasn't made. It's the stance that someone does not have to make a choice. That someone does not have to consult. I don't know. Show me the Five of Wands. Can I see the conflict, please? Show me the Five of Wands. Three of Wands, waiting, the Moon. Wow. And the Knight of Cups. So that's so much dream space, so much hope, so much fantasy, so much I wish. And what do you wish for? I don't know. Because I got the Emperor here and the Hierophant here. These people, these are very strong roles. They will butt heads, and this conflict is between these two majors, okay? And what stands between them is the Moon. So neither one of them knows how their behavior is impacted by their hopes and their fears. There's stuff that's not confronted by either of them. Maybe also the biggest thing is hopes, because I have the Three of Wands preceding the Moon, followed by the Knight of Cups. You know, like someone really wanted to have a desired outcome be the reality, but working together to get it done just was so hard. I'm going to look at what's underneath. Emperor to the Magician. Yeah, they really, whomever it is that is trying to manifest and do something as they saw it, they were dominating. This is a dominant energy. The Emperor to the Magician is a dominating person. Then the Stars. Yeah, there's the wish, how they wish to see something. Nine of Cups, the minor arcana, the lower form of the stars. So this is wish fulfillment. Seven of Swords, my way or the highway, or strategy to get this. Queen of Swords, cut it out if it's not what I want. Queen of Swords can be quite cold. The High Priestess at the bottom of the deck. So this is powered by the High Priestess, who is in direct level with the Hierophant. So you guys are at level playing field, whoever we're talking about in this relationship, but you are head to head because you go about things in a very different way. It's kind of a counterpart way, right? The yin and the yang. In that way, it can be perfect, but it can also be quite frustrating. Let's keep going. Because all is not lost, right? That described the frustration, but this conflict is resolved by an Ace of Cups and a King of Cups. Can I see this Ace of Cups, please? One more shuffle. Can I see this Ace of Cups for Scorpio? Nine of Cups, the Hermit, And the Six of Swords. Yeah, there's a way to walk away from the fact that there was a moment of solitude required because someone didn't get what they want. Okay? But they recognize the wholeness that is still within them, and that the way in which they defended themselves against this situation was in part a response to the devil. Seven of Wands, King of Swords, the devil. Recognizing that this Six of Swords, Knight of Swords, Six of Pentacles, and Queen of Pentacles, recognizing that this kind of protection is not valuing the nature of balance. It's just a quick way to harm for fear of being harmed. So with remembering that this is a Two of Cups union, this Ace of Cups comes back into the mind, the heart of the people involved. And this balancing opportunity, this Queen of Pentacles, is an energy that will bring compassion, empathy, yes, boundaries, yes, hard conversations, but true value, respect, dignity. Could be dealing with a Capricorn. Not the point. Let's put this all back in and let's look at the outcome. Okay? What's the potential outcome here? Two more. What's the potential outcome here? Thank you. The stars, the Five of Pentacles in reverse, the Knight of Pentacles, the Fool, the Tower, and the Ace of Swords. There's the clarity. I'm so happy to see it. So we have seen all four aces in this reading. There is so much potential. Aces are potential. This is packed power of an elemental embrace and balance, divine balance, an alchemical experience that is possible between you and whomever this is that you call home or that calls you home, because the love is remembered, the values are remembered, the commitment is remembered, the hurt is healed, and now we have a breaking down or freeing from the tower, the foundation that held people in a place of they didn't want to leave a comfort zone. They were afraid of what it looked like. I don't know what this conflict could have been. All I know is that working together wasn't possible for you and yours. But now it is, because the star is the vision that is held by this Knight of Pentacles. And the Knight of Pentacles will get to the harvest. Eight of Cups, you walk away from the emotional detachments, the discontentment, the unhappiness, the separation. Perhaps there was some wound. There was some Saturnian rigidity. That's why the devil is here. And this is Saturn in Pisces. There was some way in which both of you had very strict ways that you were confining your own emotionality, restricting your own communication, very hell-bent on the way that you wanted to see something come together. And it was very difficult for you to understand how the other person was working with you. If they didn't want it your way, how could they have been working with you? And now, well, the King of Cups this is Scorpion energy. So is the Tower. We didn't see the Death card, but Mars is here. So with the King of Cups and this emotional stability, emotional intelligence, you and yours recognize that walking away from an idea of separation is the only way to keep this dream, to keep the connection, to keep the exchange and the shared responsibility and love, which is what the Two of Cups is. And take a chance on rebuilding, because the Tower is always a chance to rebuild. And if you're going to build something together, you may need to tear out your individual towers so that you can build a tower together. And that's what the Ace of Swords is bringing in terms of clarity, in terms of long-term planning with the Knight of Pentacles here. So that's a very happy ending for you and yours, Scorpio. This full moon is going to bring you into a more harmonious, more potential packed place of manifestation. You're in a position to build a new foundation for the future. Okay, so let's just get some advice from the After Tarot. I will do 2 more shuffles. It's a new deck. Good. And then I will shuffle the traditional way. It's so crisp. For Scorpio, please. The Devil. Yeah, definitely could be dealing with Capricorn or have Capricorn in your chart. Also check out the 10th house of your zodiac. That'll tell you what is in Capricorn or in Capricorn's natally ruled house. Now, the Devil in this deck, the couple is no longer chained, right? So the burdens of what used to keep them ping-ponging in highly reactive swinging from extremes and sabotaging their connection, it's no longer burdening their choices. Now they can call to them this high perspective, right? That sort of truth, that Ace of Swords. And here the passion stays active. And together you can be light. The Knight of Wands moves through life in this happy-go-lucky, mischievous way. So there's a playfulness that's also available as you rebuild this tower. It's going to take hard work, of course, but you're doing it together playfully. And this Sphinx is here in this After Tarot, and the Sphinx is always a secret holder of the truth. And so this is the way in which you both keep the vision of the star. That's really important in this reading. You both have come back to each other and recognized that if we want the same thing, let's be on each other's sides. We don't have to be again. Look at the world here. I didn't even clock that. You've closed this chapter. That's what the full moon allows you to release, the separation. And now you're opening up a new chapter together. And the 4 aces are here on this world in the After Tarot. And we've seen all 4 aces. So that's a beautiful closing. So I don't know. I mean, and this is a very fortuitous reading. I hope it resonates with all of you Scorpios. Please let me know. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. And let me know what you and yours feel about this full moon. Until the next time I read for you. Ciao.